Okay, I'm going to show you how I put this clutch together. As you can tell, nothing inside the clutch basket here except for this part, which of course underneath here is your clutch springs, which are basically in here. You take these 4 bolts off and this whole thing comes out and your clutch springs are underneath. I've already done that part, so it's pretty simple. Next step, now you got to put those rollers in right here. You got these metal rollers, they go inside, and so next you got to put this on. See this right here? These are little ramps right here. Okay, so this here goes inside of here, so they can ride on these ramps like that. I don't know if you can see it. Like this. So just drop this down like that. Okay, now I can put the fiber plates on. Reason being why you need this on first is because, as you can tell, there's little notches here, right? And little tabs. These tabs fit inside these notches. And also remember, fiber on steel. There you go. This is what it looks like. Next one is going to be fiber on steel, correct? And the next pressure plate on these ones is the one with the ears on it. It's got fiber on both sides. So you just drop it right on top. Now, since you got fiber on this side, you want steel next, and you want the fiber up top, right? So steel down. There you go. And the last is the other friction and the metal plate. That one's got metal on both sides, and it's got these little holes right here. Those line up with the studs or the posts coming up with the springs on top from the very first plate you put in. Just put those right on top. There you go, so you're done. Next is your retaining clip. Set it on top. Put a bit of pressure on your plates, and then just go around and get your retaining clip in. You'll notice there's notches all the way around, and the clip fits inside the notches. There you go, all in. And also, you should make sure that where the clip ends, it shouldn't be ending like in a spot like this. Just put some pressure on the plate. Take a screwdriver, just slide it. There you go. Perfect. So it looks like this. So you're done. Now the other thing they tell you to do is to take the outside part right here and turn it clockwise and counterclockwise. They say clockwise, you turn it and it'll turn free, right? Nothing binding it. If you turn it counterclockwise, you give it a little bit of twist. See, it binds up. Clutches are grabbing. That means you put it together properly. Okay, next step is going to be putting the clutch onto here. So, see this gear right here? Comes off. But what it does is that these splines right here fit inside right here. Basically goes like this, like that. So if you were to turn, see, it turns nice and smooth. But if you go like this, lines right up. That means you've done this properly, you put this together properly. So put this back in right here, and this clutch goes on to that shaft right there, just like that. Just gotta line it up though properly. So just take your time, you'll be able to get it done. So this is the way it should look like once you've got your clutch on right here. Now your next step is going to be putting this retaining bolt or retaining nut. There you go. Now there is a special tool to put this on and put it off or take it off. I don't have it. I use a screwdriver and a hammer. I just put the screwdriver right here and just tap it. Now, some people say no, you don't want to do it that way. and that's fine. If you've got the proper tool, go for it. But the way I've been doing it for a while, it works fine, so I leave it up to you. But once you get this torqued down, then you can move on and put the actuator on. I think it's called, it's for the clutch. It goes on top of here. Show you what that looks like in a sec. Okay, next is this plate right here with a gasket, and on the other side you got a bearing. It goes right here. Tighten it down. You got 3 bolts, and you can put your clutch actuator on afterwards. So, okay, once put in, this is what it looks like right here. Okay, next is a little, wouldn't say complicated, but you gotta pay attention to the way you put it in. You got this part right here. Now, that slides, this shaft here slides into the bearing. Inside here, there's a little dowel with a spring inside. I didn't take mine out, but if you haven't either, it should be inside here, right here. So push this in. Okay, next is you got this little spring, this right here. If you can, then this right here with the 3 ball bearings, you slide that over. This part here goes up against the spring. Okay, so once you get this on, put this little arm on this shaft right here. You gotta make sure that it perfectly lines up in that notch, because this is a clutch. So when you shift, this will move up or down, which will turn this or that way, and it will engage the clutch. Okay. Now once you get this on, next is this plate, these 2 plates with a spring. Then you put your cover back on, fill her up with oil, and then you can do your fine-tune adjustment by turning this here. This will be sticking out of your case right here. You can turn it to adjust the clutch. And that's it.